So I figured that sitting in mass comm on a Tuesday morning just really isn't all that fun, so I wanted to come hang out with all you guys and tell some stories. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, fantastic. Excellent. So first things first, Jacob Hespler, please give it up for all the fantastic Hawks that have made this possible. And also, it's really super cool to be back. I've missed you guys and this school, so thanks for having me here today. Now, you guys have a really, like was said, you guys have a really cool opportunity to learn some perspectives, maybe some different ways to look at high school, maybe some different ways to approach life. So I figured, we're sparking things, sparks are at the beginning, so what if I took you back and told you the beginning of my time at Jacob? Would that be okay with you guys? So, besides being born at a very young age, Jacob Hespler I went to Jacob Hespler all throughout high school, and here is what a snapshot of my first day of grade 9 looked like. I walked in those doors over there. I was wearing, and I want you to picture this, okay? I was the absolute picturesque of student fashion at that point in time. I was wearing baggy Old Navy jeans that came to here, because I'd grown a foot in the summer, and I was rocking this fantastic mustard yellow Aeropostale embroidered t-shirt. The kind that said, I have just enough of everything going on to have nothing going on at all. In addition to that, I had Chuck Taylor Converse that I'd worn throughout the summer, so I'm pretty sure there were small rodents and lice living in them, but that's okay, because they were Chuck Taylor and it was awesome. Anyway, I walk into Jacob Hespler on the first day of grade 9, and I had first period, A period, gym class with Hatter. Now, part of me was like, awesome, that means an entire semester of smelling absolutely fantastic in B period, but whatever, I'm sure you guys can appreciate that. Give it up for athletics. And then further to that, this first day of grade 9, Hatter walks in, and this was my first introduction to anything high school-esque because the elementary school I went to, our athletics program just wasn't a thing. So I walk into Hatter's class, and he picks up this dodgeball. He's like, you go and learn today. He basically looks at us, he's like, gentlemen, I think that you play dodgeball a lot of the same way you play life, but more on that later. Hatter had us playing dodgeball left, right, and center. It was absolutely fantastic. For the entire first week, you would walk past this gym and you would see just yellow foam flying back and forth. He would have us challenging Mr. White's weight training classes. He would have us challenging Mr. Dom's gym classes. It was just incredible. And we won every time. So Whitey and Dahmer, step up your game. I'm just saying. Until there's a banner up on that wall, Whitey, I'm going to be vicious. Anyway, there was one day in particular, hands up if you remember Aiden Mortimer. Okay, he's a couple years older, he played on the volleyball team, he's this big guy, he could jump twice my height, he was an absolute ninja, it was awesome. Anyway, we were playing one particular game of Dr. Dodgeball, and I was hiding behind this mat, and Hatter was sitting there going, Ferg, we gotta do this. It was like something out of Saigon, I kid you not. Anyway, all of a sudden I see Morty levitating in the air, and I've seen this guy play volleyball, I'm like, my life's about to end. He throws the ball at me, hits me square in the face, I fall over, and Hatter stands up, he's like, Fergie's dead! Get them! It was the most patriotic thing I've ever seen coming out of a gym class, and I've seen Jacob Hespler gym classes, they are intense. Anyway, what came out of that is a nickname that followed me 4 years throughout high school. And what's more important is the connection that I built with Hatter, because of the way that Hatter reached out to just a random grade 9 student and was able to make an improvement on their day. So going forward, what I encourage you guys to do is if you see younger students or just younger people in general, reach out to them because those little tiny things, such as helping them with a nickname or giving them a high five, are super cool ways you can impact their day. Anyway, moving on from that day in gym class, I realized that I was really bad at sports, just in general. Ask Dom, seriously, it's wicked. At this point in time, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to choose your own adventure. Do you want to hear a slow pitch story or a volleyball story? Hands up for slow pitch. Hands up for volleyball. Volleyball one's better, I can tell you right now. So I want you guys to picture this, all right? So I'm 6'4", I was about 6'3" in grade 9. And me on a volleyball court was much like a giraffe trying to tread its way through jello. It was horrible. I spent almost my entire time on the bench in grade 10 after not even making the team in grade 9. I'm pretty sure Dom was just pitying me at that point. We get to Quassa finals. We're playing Southwood. We're up 16-24, so it was game point for us. Dom stops the game. He's like, "Ref, hold on a second, substitution. Ferg, you're in." So I'm on the bench. And like, I'd honestly zoned out. I was like just thinking of a song running through my head. Dom's like, "Ferg, you're in." I was like, this is my moment. So I strut on up to the attack line where Dom's like, "Go get him." So the guy comes, he's like, "Here's the ball, Ferg. Don't screw up." I was like, "No, bro, I got you guys." I walk to the back line. I bounce this ball. I'm ready. I look at the net. I'm like, 16-24, I got this. I'm going to be a hero. I throw the ball up. I think about it, think about the glory. I hit the ball. The ball travels through the air. The ball hits the net. The ball rolls across the net. The ball falls out of bounds. I was like, wow, that could have been really cool. But I was like, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm still in the game. Dom still has me in the backcourt. That's totally cool. I'm going to pass the ball. So I get ready and serve receive. I am ready for this ball that's going to come at me. I was going to cover the entire back line of the court. There was nothing that could stop me. The guy serves the ball directly to me. I guess he thought I was a weak link. But that's fine. I was ready for this ball. The ball hits off my face and goes out of bounds. So I was like, I really need to evaluate my life, my decisions. So we ended up winning anyway. It was 16-24. It just kind of happened. So I go home and I'm like, I need to find something that's more representative of me. So later on in that fall, like this is kind of going past the first week of grade 9. We're into like April, May. I see a flyer on the wall. It says, "Dodgeball tournament." There was rainbows above it. And like beams of light coming down on this poster. I'm like, this is my calling. So I try out for this tournament. We go and we play super hard at Forest Heights, and I thought it was really fun because like I was actually good at something for sports. So I kind of pursued it, and I would play at lunchtime, and I would play kind of on Monday nights in a rec league, and then I kind of emailed a coach at the university that I'm at. I'm like, "Hey, I see you have extramural dodgeball. Can I like come try out?" He's like, "Of course." So I go try out for a college dodgeball team. Yes, it's a thing. Haters gonna hate, but I ain't listening. Anyway, what ends up happening, and this kind of like comes to me afterwards, I make the team, we start playing in tournaments, and I heard that there was like a national dodgeball team. Like, it's a thing. I didn't even know. I thought it was pretty cool. So I talked to the coach, and I'm like, how does one hypothetically maybe potentially get on this team? He's like, "Well, you know what? You would talk to your current coach and the coach of Team Canada, who were kind of the same guy." So at that point, I started drooling. Because I was like, how cool would that be to like look back, say like I have a couple kids, and I'm like, "Guys, one of these days you too could represent your country playing dodgeball." Now, I thought this was super cool. I started chatting with a family friend of mine, and I was like, "Yo, I'm going to try out for college dodgeball. There's this like national team. It's going to be super, super awesome." She's like, "College dodgeball? That's like college hopscotch." I was like, first off, absolutely not. You don't throw the chalk at the ground. You throw a ball at a person. And secondly, dodgeball's cooler than hopscotch, so stop. But anyway, it kind of made me think a little bit. Like, is it a super serious story? Absolutely not. But what you guys should potentially take away from that is if you have a passion, I don't care if it's dodgeball, I don't care if you like writing essays, if you like playing guitars, if you like drawing pictures, if you like speaking, if you like music. Whatever you want to do, whether it's weird, whether it's awesome, whether if that thing that's just there for you, just go and pursue it, because you don't know where it's going to take you. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with this before we kick off the rest of our day. Because I kind of mentioned how Hatter said that you play you play a game of dodgeball a lot of the same way that you play life. We're all kind of sitting there's like 30 grade 9s around Hatter. It was like Hatter and his armada of Niners. It was absolutely fantastic. It was like his minions. Like, think Despicable Me. There was a banana. It was great. Anyway, Hatter's like, "Gentlemen, you play dodgeball with honor. You play dodgeball with passion. And you play dodgeball with just enough craziness to make things happen. And I was like, oh, so cool. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before I depart this stage, here's what I want to leave you guys with. I dare you to approach life with just enough craziness that will let you pursue your passions. Whatever your passions are, don't let people take them down. Take it on yourself to make it the best they can be. And those passions that you share with others will leave a legacy that will inspire others to follow in your footsteps. Enjoy Spark, learn some stuff. Jacob, thank you for having me. Have a good day.